Welcome back to JOJ. It is August 4th, and we have got a special month coming. So we are 3 days shy of celebrating our 20th anniversary.
Yep.
And I actually saw a thing that Walker Hayes and his wife did, and he came up with like 20 questions for their 20 years and, asked her and did like a little video with it. And I was trying to come up with something that would be a little different anyway. So I was like, that's a really good idea. We're going to have 20 years. And so we got 20 questions.
Yep.
I did 5. Aunt did 5. The kids came up with 5 between the 3 of them, maybe 6.
Yeah.
And then Jake and his new wife, Sarah, came up with 5 on their own. So we've kind of got all different perspectives, and we said they could be funny, spiritual, serious, marriage, kind of whatever. So we have no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the 5 I asked.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So and they're random. Then I also know the 5 that I wrote down. So I guess when we get one of those,
we'll be prepared.
We'll be prepared, and so we can each. I guess we each answer. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
and Jake's gonna ask the questions.
Yeah, Jake's gonna ask the questions, and they are in a randomized order. In the papers he has stacked up in his phone. So he's gonna ask them in whatever order he sees fit, and then we will get to answer them. So yeah, hit it, Jake.
Here we go. Week 1.
All right. What are your favorite attributes of each other?
Favorite attributes of each other. Just looking at Jennie, would be her eyes. Number one.
Plus,
yeah,
yes.
Number one, definitely her eyes.
Yes.
But the way she, also trying to figure out how to put it into words. Yeah, her arm's broke right now.
Hurry up! I need like the Jeopardy theme song going on right now.
She has always, I look at from the time when we started dating to when we were married for a year or two to 10 years to coming up on 20 years, and how much we have adapted, overcome, worked through, and regardless of what the situation was, she was never naggy about it. She was never like, no, this isn't good enough for me. I expect this out of our relationship. You're supposed to do this. She was always extremely supportive.
As always. You're talking like I'm dead a little bit.
She has always been and continues to be extremely supportive while sharing the same goals, I guess is what I would I guess is the way that I would put that. So like whatever the situation is, I don't want to just say we made the best of it, because that sounds like we've settled for whatever it is, but we've always made the situations the best they could be. Like she's always done a really good job of that.
Yeah. I would say definitely that you're a lot like, I could easily be like loving, and like I've never questioned your love for me or anything like that, but like personality wise, like you're very driven and like you lead our family. Like that's probably my favorite.
I'll take that.
Okay. Check. Pass that one.
All right. What do you see a day in our retirement life looking like? Let me rephrase this question. What do you see a day in your retirement life looking like?
I would probably give away who the question was from on the first part.
Right?
Yeah. That's okay.
Okay. Well,
so you're going to answer first.
So since it was your question, I'll answer first. Okay. Yeah. I would say, it's a little bit up in the air, a little bit.
Okay.
Because if we stay living where we're at now, like if we don't get on a whim and decide to move somewhere, which I think we're going to stay here. I don't think every now and then we talk about if we find land somewhere that we would do that. But do I need to go details day by day?
No, just a
normal day.
You wake up, and what does your day consist of?
Well, if it's winter, I hope we're somewhere warm.
Yeah.
That would be a plus. And then, I don't know, we're so low key. Like, I think it would be not much different than what we do now.
Yeah.
Like, hopefully we have some grandkids. But I don't know. I would just say, like, just chill and I don't know, like if we're somewhere warm, we might go fishing. If we're at a beach, we'll go to the beach.
Yeah. I mean, that to me,
Like-
that's, yeah. And that I think of,
Probably doing puzzles, playing board games.
I-
What do retired people do?
I think of snowbirding, you know, like to me that, and so the cooler, you know, the cool months that we've always talked about, having a little place in Florida somewhere,
Yeah.
you know, nothing fancy, but just some place to live down there for 3 or 4 months when it's cold and to
But
wake
we've
up.
also talked about going up north when it's summer.
Yeah, and
So,
yeah,
a little bit of Tennessee.
yeah. So we kind of split it between the three of as the months are better. So maybe we
better
just
start
maybe
catching
we're
some
selling
fish.
everything and we're living in an RV. I don't know. But getting up and eating some, you know, cooking some breakfast or going to a little diner for breakfast if we don't feel like cooking, and then either going fishing for a few hours, or if we're at the beach walking on the beach, or, you know, sitting on the beach, like
As long as we're
Mostly-
not turkey hunting.
mostly food. I mostly see breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's kind of the focus of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think
I
that.
think we're in agreement on that.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
similar. So yeah. Okay. Next up, Jake.
All right. How has God challenged your marriage?
How has God challenged our marriage?
That has to be a Jake and Sarah question.
I think so.
That's my problem is I analyze the questions and then I'm like, oh, that's...
Yes, trying to figure out where it comes
Uh-huh.
from. How has God challenged our marriage?
Well, I think in different ways, like, I mean, one, just putting two people together in a marriage.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're pretty fortunate that we were, you know, I tell people all the time, you know, we were so young that when we met that, you know, we kind of grew together, you know, I mean,
I always say we had to raise each other.
yeah, I pretty much had to raise him, but, you know, that we've grown up together. So it's kind of like there weren't any weird surprises or
Yeah.
we kind of, you know, we're the same people.
Yeah.
But I also think, I mean, just personally, you know, God has challenged us individually, but then kids, it's probably been,
Yeah.
I feel like together in a marriage wise, I feel like our kids have been probably one of the biggest challenges
Yeah.
of parenting, I guess is what I would say.
Yeah. I think parenting would definitely be the biggest ongoing challenge. We're still in that, and we'll be, I guess, the rest of our lives. You know, and it's funny. We joke about with Abby as she's getting closer to 18 that, you know, at 18 we're done, but that ain't the way it's going to work. And,
She ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, and it. I mean, it hasn't for us with our parents. You know, I mean, we still, you know, we still are close with our parents, and you know, spend time with them and seek their counsel and stuff. But yeah, I think that's trying to raise kids in church and
we both have different backgrounds of how we were raised. So,
yeah. That challenge of bringing that together with kids and trying to keep them focused the way they should be is definitely the biggest challenge.
yeah.
Good question.
All
I say
right.
we got 2 more, right?
2 more. What's your favorite date you've been on with each other?
Oh, favorite date we've been on with each other.
That was my question.
That was. I mean, like the one that we always look forward to is Beauchamps. I mean, like the last couple of years at the beach. Last couple of years.
Yeah.
We'll take all the kids to Beauchamps once, but then we always leave them at the condo and order them some Uber Eats or whatever, and we go.
Panda Express.
Yeah, and we go eat Beauchamps ourselves. You know, we get there at 4:30 and wait on the dinner menu to come out, and that's, I'm personally, that's one that I know I always look forward to. I don't think that was the right
Is that our
answer,
favorite
though.
date, though? You're supposed to pick a specific favorite date.
So I obviously got the question wrong. Obviously failed right there.
Well, no, I just wondered if there was like a particular date. It doesn't have to be anything. I mean, I know what I'm going to say, but I've had time to think about it. If there was like one date we went on that you were like, oh, this was...
Just a particularly good date.
Yeah. All dates are that fun. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
Jake's like, Quit.
Yeah, every date with you is amazing. How could I possibly pick a favorite one? Obviously, I got it
Anyways,
wrong.
I'll go to my favorite date.
Okay.
I'm going like way back, like way back. So which one am I going to pick? Let's see if we can get it from this one. No. This is like our actual first date.
Actual first date?
It might have been the second or third date. It was our actual first date that it was just you and I, that we weren't in a group.
We gonna watch a movie?
No.
Watch a movie.
Really?
I'm struggling.
At Douglas?
Oh, watching the fireworks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's probably my favorite date.
That was,
Yes.
yeah. Of us watching fireworks out there at the dam?
Yes. And he was too chicken to give me a kiss.
Fact. I didn't know that actually counted as a date.
It did.
Okay.
It was. We had went to dinner or something, and then we were out by Douglas, and fireworks were randomly going off.
Yeah.
I didn't really have fireworks for Odd at the time, but
No.
the fireworks were randomly going off.
Yeah. We were out there by the dam. Yeah.
Yeah.
I obviously missed that.
Yep.
I failed on that one.
Yep.
Hurry, Jake. Ask another
All right.
question.
Well, this
Next, move on,
question.
Jake. He's sweating over here.
This question would probably be very similar to your retirement. What would you see for retirement-wise? The question is, what would be your dream home?
Oh.
What would be your dream home? Dream, I mean, honestly, I'm kind of living in mine right now, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah. A place on, like, if it had 150 acres instead of, 13 or 14, that would be the only thing that'd make it any more of a dream home to me. Because if I had that many acres, maybe she'd let me hunt on a little, just sliver of it. But.
If we had that many acres, but I think, I've always wanted to be, I don't want to live on the beach just because, like, I love the beach, but, like, I wouldn't want to live there full time.
Yeah. It's a hard place to live.
Yeah.
Truthfully.
I've always wanted, like, a farm, middle of the nowhere. Don't really see neighbors, just out.
Yeah. Plenty of critters.
Miniature cows.
And a donkey.
And some goats.
Lots of critters.
Yeah.
That'd be Jenny's dream home.
And
mini
puppies.
farm. Literally, not land-wise miniature, but literally a miniature farm.
Yes.
All
the miniatures.
All the animals on it would be miniatures. Miniature cows, miniature goats, miniature donkeys. Yeah. It'd be the
Miniature
farm.
Aussie doodles.
Yeah.
Miniature Aussies.
Yeah.
All the things.
All the little things.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I guess we survived those 5, kind of. You're still sweating
did.
a little bit.
Yeah. You survived. I didn't really.
Oh, they're coming.
I still know I have a really good one. So
All right. Well, I was nice with my questions. I feel
I
like.
was too.
We'll see.
Mine were just thinkers.
We got 3 more weeks.
A favorite date? That's not mean.
Yeah, I didn't expect you to go that far back.
You remember all the fish you catch? Like, you were literally on the phone with Lucas talking about this dock, how deep the water is, how
He
you caught
texted me. He
fish
said he
here.
caught a 312 off of it this morning.
Like, you remember very specific.
Yeah.
I just asked favorite date.
Yeah. I didn't forget that. I just didn't really feel like.
Well, it's August 4th. We may or may not make it to 20 years.
Yeah. Hopefully we see you next week, and we got 3 more weeks of questions coming.
Yeah.
To finish out these 20
See
questions.
how this goes.